Hi guys, it's Nancy. We're going to make another card out of the Feeling Fizzy stamp and coordinating die set, brand new from Catherine Pooler Designs. If you missed my other video, here it is. And I did add some clear sequins, and I think that really sets off the card. It looks like bubbles. So let's have fun and make another one. So first we're going to do some die cutting with direct to paper. So I just want to show you guys again. Here are the new grays, Pebble, Hoodie, and Slate, and you can see they fit perfectly in with Twilight and Blackjack. So I've been playing with those. So in this stamp set, there are these cute bottle tops. One says Feeling Fizzy, one says Here's to You, one says Dad's Cola. So I thought we should cut out a couple of those bottle tops. So we have a die that matches, and I thought, well, let's do some direct paper here. And this is Hoodie, which will dry back. So we're going to cut that out. And then I was thinking about this sentiment that says, our love will never fizzle. And I have this Twilight reading pattern paper, which has Blackjack and Twilight already in it as a gray cardstock. So I have cut out a little frame out of the, what is this one called? Hexagon. Nested hexagon dies out of a piece of the pattern paper from there. So we have that, but I need a piece to stamp on. So I have one of those. So we'll die cut the bottle top and the hexagon to stamp on. So we're going to do all of this die cutting all at once. And then previously I wanted to use the stitch your diamonds cover plate with the cross your X's and O cover plate. So we're going to cut those out. I'm going to do one in Matcha and one in Cove Blue. So we're going to go direct to paper for that and also cut those out. So the way that we do that is very simple. So we'll run these two quick through. And I'm using Catherine Pooler Premium cardstock. Looks like this. Really, really, really good cardstock. All right, so now I have my hexagon cut. I have my little bottle top cut. Looks like a little gear. If you needed it for a gear, you could use it for that too. Okay, so let's make our backgrounds and then we'll get to assembly here. So for background number one, I'm going to color this all in Matcha, direct to paper. And you'll see it'll dry back, it'll dry even. So that's the first one. And then Cove Blue on this one. Now, this is all part of the Soda Shop collection, so there are going to be some other pattern papers and things like that available. I don't have them, but I'm taking these colors as an inspiration from that set. All right, once we have those, take our plate, take our first one. Line that up. These are cut to 8.5 by 4 and 5.5 by 4 1/4. So yes, they should fit perfectly on there. I don't think I need any tape, but we'll just put one piece on there. So we'll run that one through. Just gonna slide that off. Okay, good. And now for this one, same thing. We're going to line that up to the very edge, make sure that everything is straight. Cut that one out. So we have this plate. You can keep those little excess little triangle pieces if you wanted to do like an inlaid pattern or something like that. Okay. All right. This one kind of looks like blue jeans. All right. Very cool. So now then we can decide if we want to layer that on top like that. Layer it underneath. I think I kind of like that. Let's move these guys out of the way. So my thought was, we have our card base. We have our two backgrounds. Lots of fun. And then where I was thinking we stamp our little sentiment on here. This will be a little accent sentiment. We have a little gray border. Maybe we put it on this side. There we go. Okay, and then we have a little accent sentiment. And we have a bottle of soda. Maybe this one. Kind of spilling out onto the sentiments. And I think that's going to look pretty retro to me. Pretty good. So yeah, let's work with that. All right, so I'm going to stamp our sentiment. The first sentiment I'm going to use is this one that says, "Our love will never fizzle." And let's use the same Cove Blue. All right, that looks pretty good. And then on the bottle cap, Feeling Fizzy instead of feeling frisky, feeling fizzy. And for that, we're going to use the darker gray. We're going to use slate. So we're going to bring this in. Let's make sure that I have this lined up correctly. Okay. I'm going to stamp this off on some scratch paper first to make sure that it's taking ink okay. All right, that one feels all right. There we go. You get a little bit better impression each time you stamp it. Okay, now hopefully I don't bump the camera or stick my head in the way when I do this. All right, that looks pretty good. All right, so let's start assembling some of this. I think I want to color this the lighter gray as well. Let's bring in, where's my little gray swatch chart? Just to give it a little bit more color. We're going to use the Pebble. Where are you, Pebble? Come out, Pebble. Here we go. So, just to give this a little bit more color instead of stark white. I'm going to bring in a little Post-it tape. This way we don't cross our line here. We're going to go directly to our card front here. New ink pads. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to give that just a moment to dry. I think I'll take the heat tool to it just to speed up that process. All right, and as that soaks into the paper and dries through, it will lighten up as it dries. Okay, now we can glue our background pieces in. That looks better. This kind of looks like an Argyle sweater, right? Okay, then we have our frame to go around our sentiment. Oh, it fits right to the edge. Oops, I thought it was a little smaller. Whoopsie. I don't know if I have the smaller one cut. This one's too small. Yep. Okay, well, we'll just have to deal with this then. I'm going to have to restamp this on the back. Okay, we're going to fix that because that has a booger on it. That's okay. We'll make do. Where... We'll cover it up with a sequin or something, right? Okay, that'll work. That. And that covers up my little fingerprint that's on there. Perfect. Okay, good. Okay, I think I like that. All right, so let's glue this down. I like all the geometric shapes going on here. It's very retro. Okay, and that should fit right over. Go. I think I will pop this one up. And then we have our soda, and I was going to use my cream soda. Do we want to do orange or cream soda? Ooh. I kind of like the way the orange pops on there, though. But the cream soda is bigger. I'm confused. I don't know, you guys. I'm going to go orange soda. It looks too much fun, and it just looks like it pops. Pun intended, it pops. Okay. So, we're going to do a little pop on here. And we're going to do a little pop on our soda. Okay. Oh, the one thing I wanted to do was pour a little bit of soda. So I was going to take my tiki torch, which is what I stamped with, and just take a Tombow marker, and we're going to scribble that off on some scrap paper and make sure that there is no ink on there. Okay, good. And we're going to just go into our ink pad. And I really want to saturate this marker so that it matches the color of the stamp here. Maybe I should have stamped my sentiment orange too. It's okay. All right. Now it looks like we spilled our soda. Lots of fun. There are some additional, what do you call it? Stars, asterisks, whatever you want to call them. We'll have to clean this off later on a plain piece of paper. I oversaturated it with orange marker, but this is how you clean it. You just keep coloring it on a piece of paper until it comes clean. So we will deal with that in a moment. There are some little fun fizzies, things like that we can use. So we'll do those in orange. That will add that little extra pop of color we need. There we go. And last but not least, I want to add some sequins. I really think the sequins added do look like bubbles. They're a lot of fun. So let me see what sequins I have. I have these Salt Lake City ones, which I was going to use with the cream soda, but let me see if I have something closer to the orange. Okay, we have some Park Avenue sequins. And there are some iridescent orange ones in there we can add. These are really thick. I thought that was 2, but I guess it's just 1. It looks like all of the orange ones are kind of a bigger size. Let me see if I have any other smaller iridescent orange ones that aren't so big. I guess I could use that one. It's more yellow though than orange. All right, let me check the other sequins. I have lots of Catherine Fuller sequins, so hold on. Okay, I think we found some here in Transylvania. Yes, there's some smaller orange ones in there. I really only need a couple. There we go. This is probably dry by now. Okay. And one more down here. All right, there we go. That one was a lot of fun. Looks very retro to me with all of those the colors and the geometric shapes. I think that really adds to the playfulness of this card. And again, we use some of the new products. We have the, ooh, it's stuck. There we go. We have the Feeling Fizzy stamps and the Feeling Fizzy dies, and that's what I use to stamp the soda and then die cut it out. The two background dies are dies that have been in the shop. These are the Crush Your X's cover plate and Stitch Your Diamonds cover plate. So we have those. We also brought in the nested hexagons for here. And we brought in a little piece of pattern paper. This is the Twilight Reading pattern paper, which goes good with the gray. The inks that we used were Tiki Torch, Pebble, Hoodie, Matcha, and Cove Blue. So those are the color. Oh, and Slate. We stamped this in Slate. So those are the inks that we use. So hopefully you had fun watching me make this card. And then some sequins from some different Catherine Pooler sets. So again, this is the second card. You can go check these items out over at CatherinePoolerDesigns.com. I had a lot of fun, and I'll have another video coming for you soon. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.